Yeah, welcome to another episode of Kramer here. I know I need a haircut. I'll get around to it. Been busy. If we were to replace our cars with British metal, what would we choose? I have a Celica Alltrack somewhere. It hasn't been in my possession since I purchased it well over a month ago. Well, maybe not well. Was it a month ago? Maybe it seems like years. It seems like freaking years. I don't know how I've managed. I'm surprised I didn't just fly out there to drive it for a few days and fly back just because it sucks, right? You buy this really fun tool that you want to use and play with and everything, or toy rather, and tool. And so that is a little rally homologation machine. I would like to replace it with something similar. And it's got to be something realistic. There are some very valuable rally cars out of England, like a Ford RS200, which would be pretty damn cool. But it's unrealistic. I mean, my car is not nowhere near that. So, and even like a Escort Cosworth RS or whatever, that little dual wing thing. Those are what 50 to 70 grand now or something. I would go with a little Cosworth Sierra. So basically, the thing that we got here is the Exorati or the XR4 Ti. Especially the Euro front end looks so rad with like those one-piece headlights and body cladding, and they were road raced as well as the rallied. I mean, it's such a cool car. Rear-wheel drive, turbo 4, right up my alley. So I would be super into that. That would definitely replace my Celica Alltrack. And for the 500 SEC, I kind of want to cheat, but I think realistically, the one thing that would be most aligned with this type of an experience is an XJC. So early 70s Jag XJC, beautiful pillarless coupe, total cruiser with a little bit of grunt under the hood, and it's just classy as fuck. Has nice, beautiful like presence, sense of occasion, right? And it would be the perfect replacement for this car. I think it's essentially a British earlier version of this car. So I would probably go that route. And I said I wanted to cheat. I would have cheated, maybe, or if I could cheat, rather. I would go Lotus Carlton. I know the guys are going to hate that answer, but such a cool car. I mean, twin turbo V6, manual transmission, 6-speed in the early 90s. Rear-wheel drive, 4 doors, fast saloon, man. That would be my choice. So those are all my choices. Hope you enjoy this. Have enjoyed them? I don't know, dude, I'm sleepy. Later.
So in this bizarro DWA world where we're all into British cars, this question comes from Nick at Beeline Coffee, obviously, and this question got me thinking a lot, and I kind of realized why none of us are into British cars, because there isn't many alternatives for like what we're into, which is 80s basically drivers cars. I don't really know if there's anything that British had to offer in that era. Kind of somewhat affordable driver's car that could be like driven reliably and have fun on back roads. And I don't know if there's I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but I couldn't really find anything. So, alternative to a 944, 1985, a British car that would be an alternative to a 944. I just couldn't find it. I can't think of anything, at least. And so I'm going to go with a British car that I've always liked a lot. That's fairly reasonably priced. And that is a Triumph TR6. And then a little more expensive and older is the TR4, which I always loved the styling of the TR4. I remember I used to always draw TR4s when I was a kid. That was like one of my favorite cars. I'd draw those. 944s and BMW E9s. Those are the cars I remember always drawing when I was a kid. So TR4s are kind of near and dear to my heart. My dad used to have a TR3, and he would always talk about that car. So Triumphs are kind of a car I've always liked, but I think a TR6 is definitely more affordable than a TR4. And I really like the way they look. I like the kind of cam tail with the blacked out, the the flat black and then the Union Jack on the side looks pretty cool. So I think those are pretty cool cars. That would be my alternative, although that's an older car and definitely way older tech, being that it's British as well. So that's my choice. And then that's my choice to replace a 944. And then that's actually my only fun car right now. But let's say if I was going to replace my daily driver, I'm try. I don't even know. I mean, we don't get any British cars in the $25,000 price range, really. The only British, this kind of comes back to this is why we're not into British cars is they haven't been relevant in a long time. I mean, there's your Aston Martins and stuff like that, Rolls Royce, Bentleys, all high end. But here in the States, what do we get? We don't get Rovers. We don't get anything. So we don't have MGs and all this stuff. So yeah, there isn't really an alternative to like my GTI or my wife's Subaru Forester. I mean, I guess I could go with a used Land Rover LR4 or something like that. Not really an alternative to a brand new Subaru Forester, but I guess in this weird world, I would have a Land Rover, a Triumph TR6, and who knows what to replace the GTI. Those are my answers. Yeah. Later.